Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage doing a little bit of goofing around today. We got another scorcher going on outside. We got a early September heat wave bearing down on us right now. So did get out and do a little work over at the church earlier today while it was still cool out. But it got hot fast and we bailed out of that. So I am home in the garage. We're going to do a little playing around in the garage here. And I have Denny's QB78S here that we resealed the other day, and good news, it is still holding air, still got the same CO2 in there that I put in there when we did the video a couple days ago from sealing that guy up. And I'm not sure how many more shots I have left on that cartridge, but I'm going to go ahead and do a video on how to adjust the trigger. No modifications are being done to this YouTube. This is strictly adjustments that have been provided by the factory to make this a better trigger. Let's see here. There's mine. There it is. Get my trigger gauge out here, ready to go. So I've already been playing around with it, so it's not at the factory setting anymore, so we can't test that. But it wasn't super heavy, but it had a lot of travel and a lot of creep to it. And these are really nice triggers for being able to adjust and make almost a match grade trigger out of them. These are a design that Crosman came up with back in the 50s, and when Crosman kind of gave up on them, Beeman saw how good they were and started using them in their guns. Also Barra in the 1100Z, they use that there as well. I have several Beeman guns in the garage here that have this same style trigger on it. I did a video on adjusting the Barra trigger a couple of months ago, and this one's no different, but I figured I would do one while I'm doing Denny's trigger here. So we have three adjustments here. So at the bottom here, off this little nub, actually, so I have a camera running up here, and I'll switch over to that one. I don't have you in frame here. There we go, that's better. So here's the trigger assembly all together here. So you got to take it out of the stock. I showed you how to do that in the reseal video. So if you don't know how to do that, the main catch is getting the safety lever out from there. But once you get that out, there's just a couple of screws or bolts or nuts to get the stock off. But here we have three adjustments down the back side here, and from the bottom here where this big nub is, there's a pretty good sized screw there, grub screw, and that actually adjusts your the amount of actual spring weight that and you don't need hardly any spring weight, as long as enough to just push that trigger back forward and not stay back. So this might be a little too little. So that's pretty good right there. So the next adjustment is actually, there's two little, you'll need a little tiny flat blade. Some of the newer guns actually use, I think, a 1mm or 1.5mm grub screw, but these ones are done with a flat blade still. But this bottom one is actually going to limit your over travel. You see right there, I can't pull that back at all now, so I want to back it off until, and you can watch your sear engagement right here in this hole, and you can see when you're getting close to having not enough sear engagement. So let's go ahead and so this one's a cock on close, so you pull it back, and now we're going to pull that forward, and you'll see that the piece in the front push up against the sear in the back. And our sear engagement. It looks pretty good. Gun is not loaded, but it does have air in it. So it's a very nice, light, crisp trigger. Let's go ahead and, so I could play around with this sear engagement a little bit here. Might make it too light. Oh, yep, see, I made it now so it won't engage, so I need to turn that back a little bit. Oh, I think I went the wrong way. There we go. So that is very nice, very light, crisp. Let's just do a safety test on it while we got it. So it's not able to be bumped off, but it's still a nice, light, crisp trigger. So pretty simple, very straightforward. These are, like I said, been around for almost 70 years. This trigger arrangement. The early Crosman Model 180s did not have these, and then the later Model 180s, the early Model 180s had a metal, stamped metal trigger guard with a pin going through the stock holding the trigger. But then later year Model 180s and 160s had this style of trigger arrangement. So, but let's go ahead and fire up the Lyman trigger gauge here, and we'll do a test, and a couple test pulls, and see what we got. So that is number 1. 6.2 ounces. It's probably one of the best ones I've tuned up so far. 9.3 ounces. Let's do one more and then we'll do an average. .1 ounces. So let's see what the average is. Average is 7.5 ounces. Nice, safe trigger, very crisp, no creep at all, just very clean break. So anyway, back to the main camera. So there you go. That is a super easy adjustment for the Beeman QB78 trigger. I have, like I said, I have the QB Chief, my AR-2078, which I'm actually going to do a head-to-head challenge with this one with, and then my Barra. I think that's the only ones I have out here. If I do have others, I don't know. I can't remember. But I did have a 180. I actually did sell that on eBay. But I still have my older 180, but I sold the 180 with this style of trigger on it. Just move things around, make a couple bucks so I can buy other stuff. So, but I'll get another one day. I really want to get a 160. Been hunting down for one of those as well. And I think the Crosman 400, which was a kind of a 160, but it had like a tube feed magazine on it. Also had a very similar. I did borrow one of those from a friend of mine, or had it on loan to me to do some plinking and testing with, and some videos. But that's pretty cool. It's really an awesome trigger, and I'm glad that certain companies have picked up on it and kept it going. Because Crosman, well, they abandoned it, and Beeman and Barra and probably a few others have noticed that it was such a great trigger and kept with it. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Check out Flat Broke Air Gunner channel. Denny sent this over for me to take a look at for him and get resealed up. I'm gonna do a couple of videos on it, and then I'm gonna pack it back in a box and send it back over to him. I'm not sure if he is intending on giving this away or not, but that's his main shtick is getting guns This is definitely a great beginner gun. Not saying it's not a very accurate gun, but it's a great beginner gun, and so I would guess he's probably planning on giving it away to a new shooter. So hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.